Welcome to the Law Firm Growth Podcast, where we share the latest tips, tactics, and strategies for scaling your practice from the top experts in the world of growing law firms. Are you ready to take your practice to the next level? Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Law Firm Growth Podcast. I'm your host, Jan Roos, and I'm super excited to have you here. This podcast is all about bringing the best experts to help you grow your law firm. But I figured in this first episode, I'll show you rather than tell you with a quick highlight reel of what you'll be hearing from us on the show.
Before was great success. The after was going from 7 lawyers to 20 in a very, very short period of time.
Now we got it down to where I'm literally putting in about 5 days a month with my law firm, yet we're still maintaining our top and bottom line numbers.
There's a law firm I consulted with that was signing between 40 and 50 cases a month, and I told them not to spend any more money marketing, and that with my assistance, we were going to increase that number of retained cases. They're already up in the mid-90s.
First time that we went over 7 figures, I had 15 matters for my client that billed more than $15,000. So that's picking up a lot of nickels, and that's going towards the smaller issues and realizing that I would rather hit a bunch of singles than sitting there waiting on a home run.
They spent 25% less, and they got 2% more cases. So all that 25% went to the bottom line, and then they increased their case volume as well.
If you can do it better and you can do it cheaper, then I have to ask you fundamentally, why aren't doing it? Like, why aren't the clients here? You ought to be beating them off with a stick. You ought to have so many of them that we ought to be raising price.
When you're serving everybody, or trying to anyways, you're serving nobody, least of all yourself.
The chance of a chat turning into a chat lead increases about 70% if we're able to get to if the first response to the chat happens within 3 seconds.
The single biggest factor in those firms that are able to grow versus those that get stuck and are unable to develop. And that's releasing that hero mentality.
But you could also say, I took the staff that would be working on that case and helping bring in a $10,000 fee, for example, and put them to work on a case that could generate a $100,000 fee for the same investment of time.
Even law firms who are growing don't actually pay attention to this. And I wonder if I did at the very beginning, we would be even bigger today.
Somewhere around there, Mike made it, was joking around. I have a new way of getting clients. The phone rings and I pick it up.
So that small difference of going from mediocre photograph to good photograph really created I'm trying to remember the exact number. It was like a 30% bump in appointments.
So if you join an organization like that, if you're an estate attorney running a private practice and you can talk to someone running the estate planning, the philanthropic end at a larger charity, that's a great relationship to have.
But to be able to provide information and resources onto a level where there is that translation from a headline to something pragmatic.
So there we have it. If you like what you heard, make sure to move on over to iTunes or your podcast player of choice and hit that subscribe button. Looking forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you for listening to the Law Firm Growth Podcast. For show notes, free resources, and more, head on over to casefuel.com/podcast. Looking forward to catching up on the next episode.